Hello class, hope you all have enjoyed this semester as much as I have. This is my last semester. I'll be graduating in a week. I never thought I'd miss school, but I must say it'll be bittersweet. I'm gonna miss school. This has been a great semester, and I hope it has for y'all too. So this is the first assignment where I've actually had to go back to a project I worked on the previous semester and revise it, which I thought that was a really cool experience. I enjoyed going and looking back at work I've already done before and seeing how I've improved and how my mindset has shifted over the years. So for my senior thesis and this particular project, I did it on the issue of human trafficking. I was interested in researching that topic because one, I think it's just a terrible crime, and I thought if there's a way I can do some research and come up with an idea that might help solve it, I was too excited to do that. So to start with, defining the issue of, or defining human trafficking, it's defined as the illegal use of taking somebody from one area to another, usually with the intent of exploiting them for forced labor or some sort of sex trafficking. It's an absolutely heinous, terrible crime, and it's something that the more research I did into it, the more I discovered that it's not an issue that is you think, oh, that's something you hear about in the news that'll happen every once in a while, and it will never happen to me or anybody I know. Every year it has increased. The number of people who are victims to trafficking has increased, and it's becoming a more and more not only just a problem like in America, but a worldwide problem. So taking that definition, and I decided to look at the issue of human trafficking from the three disciplines I chose because I really wanted to find out, hey, is there some way I can help solve this issue? So my disciplines that I have for this degree is human resource development, organizational leadership, and English. I plan on going into the business field as a recruiter, head of HR, head of training. That's what my experience has been in, and so the thesis I had was, can there be a training program implemented that kind of be adopted universally by most companies that will help employees be able to look for signs of people who are victims of being human trafficked while on the job? I came to this conclusion because in my research, I found the number one reason that people were saved from human trafficking is almost like 70% of the time in the events that led up to the victim being saved, there was somebody who saw something that did not look right, and they reported it to somebody, or whether it was the authorities or somebody else who could do some investigation and then report to the authorities. I'm a big believer in that, oh, share this Facebook post and get 15 likes and this good thing will happen. Like that doesn't help anybody. But in this issue, it seemed like awareness and people knowing that it could happen to your friends next door or your neighbors. Having awareness of this issue really was what shed light on it and led to so many people being saved. So I thought, okay, if people are going to spend most of their time at home, where are they going to spend the second amount most of the time? It's probably at their work. And if I'm going into the field that's like the head of training, like a training program, that's very cost efficient, that can be kind of given to most companies that they can easily just throw in as, hey, on the job and during orientation, look for these kind of signs, report it to the authorities. If it turns out to be nothing, better safe than sorry, no harm done. But, on that one instance where, oh no, you saw something that didn't look right, and it is actually, there was a victim of human trafficking and they got saved, just the impact that would have would be incredible. So taking that thesis and looking at it from the viewpoint of human resource development, yes, it is very possible. So one big thing that that I learned through all my human resource development classes were not to always use money as a way to motivate your employees. So a lot of times employees will find motivation in if they believe in what the company's doing and are fully in line with the company's goals. And so if the company adds something to their goal of, hey, we're also going to try to save everyone we can from human trafficking. And so they figure out a way to very, cost efficiently in their orientation process say, hey, if you see anybody with these kind of with these signs, or if you happen to see these signs, or if something doesn't look right, call this number or send a text to this person or notify this person in the company. Something that really takes no time, really doesn't distract them from work, but is, they're going to be at their job probably 40 hours a week. And so if they could always be alert on the lookout for something, especially people who have jobs where they have to travel, that would just be, it's something that can be done and would have a huge impact on raising awareness and people always being on the lookout for victims of human trafficking and alerting the authorities that they can come in and investigate and see if that is the case or not. My second discipline was organizational leadership. So really how I thought this affected human trafficking and how it could help solve the issue, specifically how it pertains to my thesis, is that it's going to be the leaders who are going to have to make the first steps into saying, hey, this doesn't look right, or hey, we're going to go ahead and go through with this program. It's kind of awkward and not a natural thing to be going about your day and see something and be like, oh, hey, I'm going to maybe do something that's like against the current, or I'm going to maybe ask a question that's kind of awkward, or stop, take 5 minutes and look at something, or make a call, or ask somebody, hey, are you okay? Is there something else going on? It's awkward. It's not natural. And a lot of people would just rather not put in the effort. So it's going to have to be the leaders who decide we're going to take the first steps and do this. My discipline of organizational leadership is people need to be inspired to say, hey, it's going to be awkward, but go ahead and do it. You need to take the first steps and do this. And then my last discipline was English. And the way I thought this would help is just helpful, clear communication between one, specifically how it pertains to my thesis is the best training usually comes from the best communication. And so when a training program is developed to help be on the lookout for victims of human trafficking, it needs to be clearly communicated with what you look for, the goals, how you go about contacting the authorities, how you go about reaching out to the victim if you feel comfortable doing that. That people who are in the profession of English can help with the communication and make sure it's clear. And it's something I was able to revise to my thesis from last semester, or the last semester I took that class, to this semester when I revised this project, was English professors. We all have to take English if we want to graduate college or even get through high school. They're going to have a captive audience for a while. It would help out immensely if, like, one class or even part of a class, the English professor offered extra credit, say, hey, here's some research on, or here's some information on this, read it, memorize it, and then take this quiz for, extra credit. And, everybody wants extra credit, and they've got a captive audience already, and that would do just help immensely in helping spread awareness about the issue of human trafficking. One thing I have learned from last semester to this semester is that the issue of human trafficking is it's not a simple issue. It's not a complex issue. It's a wicked issue. One reason I thought this my thesis might be doable, and a training program which would allow for more to help spread more awareness is because now everybody has a smartphone and is connected to the internet almost 24/7. 10, 15 years ago, that wasn't the case. So one of the definitions of a wicked issue is that it affects all spheres, of thought, all areas of life, all disciplines and schools of thought. And the solution for it will be different now than it was 5 years ago, and probably different than it will be 5 years in the future, just because of the ever-changing complexity of the issue. And so I think the issue of human trafficking fits that issue. And I think raising awareness would be the number one thing that would help, put a training program into place, and also help us, tackle the issue and hopefully solve it. Maybe if we look at it from an integrative and interdisciplinary study perspective, where we think of it from all aspects of life instead of just trying to tackle it in one way. So that was my senior thesis. Hope you all had a great semester, and good luck to y'all on finals.